chair.
All right, we'll go ahead and start with Robin.
Hey, Fred, what's the level of trust within your team right now? Not only from an individual standpoint, guys trusting themselves, but trusting each other to make shots, to make winning plays, and to handle the type of adversity that you guys have faced the last 5 or 6 games?
Yeah, I mean, Robin, I think the guys have trust in each other. I saw a ton of energy in our bench early in the game. I saw a ton of energy from our players early in the game. I thought we missed some really good shots in those first 10 minutes that kind of set the tone for the game. And as it wore on, I think it affected us on the other end, and then they overwhelmed us with their physicality, which is what that team does. They played through their bigs, they got it inside, and then they sprayed out, and our closeouts weren't good enough. And I think our offensive struggles are causing some of that right now. And, mentally, I think it's wearing on them more individually on what they can do to take the lid off that hoop. They put in the time. I told a couple of them they're putting too much time in. They're, coming in for 2 hours every night and getting up shots to try to do everything they can to get that feel where you go out in a game and you can knock some down. Lat knocks down that one in the first half, and you think that's the one that's going to really get him going. And, it's just unfortunate that we can't throw that thing in the ocean right now. But it can affect your overall approach to the little things that can keep you in a game like this. I think go the last 13 minutes with one field goal of the half and missed a front end of a 1-on-1 in that stretch, missed a couple wide open shots. We were 2 for 10 at the rim. It's hard to stay in games against a really good team when you have those kind of percentages, but you got to find a way to continue to compete and battle, and we'll see what we're made of. We're playing a team on, I don't know what the hell day it is, when do we play? Saturday, and they just went through some that we went through, and we'll see who's going to respond to it. They obviously had a very tough game at Minnesota. We have the game we had tonight. I thought we were competing very well in the Michigan game for the most part, and for a lot of the Wisconsin game, for the Creighton game for that matter. But we're hitting that stretch in pretty much every game where the wheels fall off, and we got to find a way to fix it.
I know this is a completely different team from last year, but a lot of fans right now are seeing what's happened over the past few games and can't help but think, here we go again. I guess, what's your level of concern about this group being able to get over that hump? I know that was the big talk this week about getting over that hump. But what's your faith that they will be able to going forward?
My faith is high in this group, and it always will be. However many games we win this year, because they work and they love to play and they love to compete and they love being in the gym. And that's where it starts as a competitor, is when you go in there and you take it personal and you do everything you can to pull yourself out of it. I see a team that comes in every day ready to work, and they practice extremely hard. I know, that's lip service right now because it's not carrying over into the games. But, I see a group that cares, and I see a group that wants to get things turned around. I saw it in energy on our bench in the first half, and you see it around the league right now. The team that gives more energy without an atmosphere are the teams that are winning right now. I saw that in the 2 games that were played last night in our league. So, I answer your question, Robin, do I have faith? Absolutely, I do, because I see these guys and I see how they work on a daily basis.
All right, next up we got Connor.
Hey, Coach, you guys hang in for, the first 10, 12 minutes of the game, and then they start to hit a little bit of a run. Do you feel like in that moment your guys are pressing a little bit, just trying to make something happen? So you talked about it off the court, guys coming in for extra work, but even in the moment in the game, do you feel like they're pressing, just trying to get one thing to go in?
I do. I thought we had really good possessions early in that game, and it resulted in good shots. They just didn't go in. And then we had that little stretch where, you try to do too much and you drive into the pile. It's not because they don't care. It's because they're trying to go in and make a play. But, it's not the right thing to do a lot of times when you drive it into that pile. And that's something we've worked hard on. But when you hit that adversity in game, how are you going to react to it? And that's where we're getting ourselves in a lot of trouble, which you saw at the end of the first half. And then second half, we just went out. We really tried to move and, hopefully carry some of that movement over to the next game, because we're just right now not good enough individually, to sustain that. And we have to trust, as Robin said, with the trust factor, all the way through. And when things aren't going well, that's when it has to improve tenfold. And, again, we're going to keep working. You've got 17 games left. We've got 17 opportunities on the floor. For the most part, this group has competed. We've lost a couple tough ones with a short little stretch. Tonight, that stretch was longer. And, it was compounded by the fact that we couldn't make a shot. So, we'll bounce back tomorrow and hopefully have a good day, get this one behind us, and get ready for the next one on Saturday.
All right, next up, Sam McEwen.
How do you create more scoring in the low post, Fred? Is that a situation where only Derek Walker's return can resolve it? Because, a lot of times you just don't have a threat down there that can draw any real attention consistently. So how do you manufacture that? Or is it only Walker who can help?
Well, Derek's our best finisher with our bigs. I thought Ivan had a couple of really good rolls to the basket where, either he didn't finish or he kicked it out and then we missed the shot. I thought he had a couple of really good reads on a couple of those rolls where he didn't try to force it over and get a shot blocked. So, we have a couple plays with Teddy in there, but, we got it stripped, and I think we had a hook on one of those plays as well. So, will Derek help in that area? I think he will. We'll see. He hadn't played in a long time, but he is a good finisher, and his numbers have shown that in the last couple of years of practice. But it would help obviously take the lid off Sam when you can get something inside. We got to keep working at it, finishing, making the right plays, making the right reads, and hopefully our percentages go up in the paint because we are not finishing well as a team right now.
Is Stanton just having an off couple of halves? I know there were some moments in the second half against Michigan where I don't think he got what you wanted, and then tonight he took a lot of shots and tried to drive into the pile quite a bit. Is that just him trying to do stuff, or is he not doing what you really want him
Well,
to do?
I thought his shots were wide open Sam from three, and he's shooting a respectable percentage. I think he was 35% going into this one, and we feel good about Delano shooting those catch and shoot wide open threes. We have to shoot those. He missed a couple at the rim. Normally, that I think he's finishing at a 63% clip in the restricted area right now. So that's pretty average for his position, but he's a solid finisher. And he just didn't make a few of those. But again, when the times get tough, that's when we have to move the ball, get player and ball movement, and hopefully at least create a good possession. But again, early on, I thought we had some really good shots, and then we kind of reverted back a little bit to what we had been doing, and then again tried to go to our movement package in the second half.
Thank you.
All right, next up we got Nate.
Hey, Fred. When you see a number like 3 assists from the team, what do you attribute that to? Is that a lack of ball movement? Is it just a night where the ball wasn't going in? Maybe a lack of finishing? I guess I'm just curious to hear what you think.
Yeah, obviously we can go back and look at it and see what exactly the issue is, but I've never seen a 3 to 15 assist to turnover ratio, as far as being in the seat that I'm in right now. So a lot of it was missing shots early. I thought we did make some good plays, good passes. We didn't make it, and then I thought we had some good passes early to create shots at the rim in the restricted area. We didn't make them. We didn't finish. And then I thought we did have some individual play out there at times as well. So, we'll go back and look at it and see a way we can find a way to correct that.
Thanks.
All right, that'll wrap it up for Coach. Thank you.
For a couple questions, if you want to go ahead.
All right, we'll start with Robin.
Hi.
Hey, Ivan, I asked Coach this, I'll ask you this as well, but from your standpoint, where's the level of trust within the team right now on an individual level where guys are believing they can go out, make shots, and make winning plays, but also trust within your teammates and the fact that they'll be able to do the same thing?
I definitely think that we trust each other, but we're still like a new team, a new group. We don't like the other teams in the Big Ten, they be together for 4 or 5 years. We really just knew, and I feel like we're trusting each other. We're building chemistry right now, but the fact that we're losing and everything is maybe like some people are losing confidence in themselves. But I feel like at my point, we do have confidence, like each other in each other.
Right, next up, we got Sam Kuhn.
Yeah, Ivan, how good of a front court did Ohio State have, and how many challenges did they give you guys, both offense and defense?
I'd say they were really good, really physical. Like, they're not the biggest front court in the Big Ten. They're not that big, but they really play hard. Their offense is really based on them too, so they really have the ball a lot of times. But I'd say they were really good, and they based on problems. But I feel like, yeah, that was a good front court that we just played against.
How much do you guys need Derek Walker at this point, like, to come back? I mean, he can't come back until the Purdue game, but how much do you need an extra body in there when Ohio State's able to throw 4 at year 2?
Yeah, we definitely need him. We need another big body. We need some physicality. Everything Derek is going to bring. So, yeah, we definitely need it.
All right, back to Robin.
Yeah, I mean, you're one of the few guys on this team that was on the court experiencing last year and how things just kind of snowballed down the stretch on you guys. I know this is a completely different team, but are you seeing anything similar from the way things kind of started to unravel last year to how things have gone through the first 10 games this year, and what needs to happen to prevent what happened last year from happening again this season?
No, I really don't think anything similar. I think that people really cares more about winning this year. People are working more in the gym, so I don't think it's the same thing as last year. But I just feel like we need to win, like start winning, just start believing ourselves and see that we can do it really. But I feel like we have a good group. Like once we figure that out, it's gonna be good. That's what I feel.
All right, go ahead, Connor.
Hey, Ivan, how do you put this one behind you? I guess what was the kind of feeling like after the game, and what's the mood now heading into Saturday?
I mean, it's always tough to lose. It's always tough to go on the road, like working and practice the whole week and lose. But I mean, like we got Michigan State coming in Lincoln. We just got to bounce back, and really it's on to the next one. That's what I'm saying. Everybody's gonna go to the gym. Everybody's gonna try to get better individually, and yeah, we're just switching to the next one.
All right, over to Michael Bruins.
Ivan, what's the key for you guys to just be more consistent on offense? I mean, this is another game where you guys had a pretty long lull there. I mean, what's just the key for you guys?
I really say stay together. Like when things are not going good, like keep running the offenses. Today we really weren't making shots at all. Like that's really, I think that was the problem. But I say just stay together through the good and bad times, and good things will happen. Like our shots will fall eventually.
All right, any more questions for Ivan? All right, we're good. Thank you.
Thank you.